Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. As you know that we are discussing the very important thing in this YouTube channel, and in this series I want to tell you that what is the latest theory that is adopted to account for language faculty, and this is called minimalist program or minimalism. This is basically initiated by Noam Chomsky, that is American famous linguist, and he has revolutionized in the domain of linguistics, and he has told us that every human being, every individual has innate capacity to generate, to produce infinite number of sentences. In this video I am going to deal that what is the latest assumption of Noam Chomsky on the linguistics. And the latest assumption of Noam Chomsky on linguistics, they are minimalist program. Yes, minimalist program. And in this video I am going to tell you the brief introduction that what is the minimalist program, what tells you the minimalist program, how we can analyze the language in the framework of minimalist program, and what are the essentials within the minimalist program, and how minimalist program works when we want to account for language faculty. And I have already told you that humans have total faculty, and humans have language, logic, mathematics, psychology, learning. All these are the faculty of language, but Chomsky focused that the particular domain, that is language domain, and he had told us that every individual has innate capacity to generate, to produce infinite number of sentences. And the latest assumption on linguistics, that is the minimalist program. And what is the minimalist program? Our assumption is that what is the minimalist program? How we can check language within the framework of minimalist program. And you must know that what minimalist program tells you. Just see. And if you want to know more about language and linguistics, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more updates about minimalist program. Let's move toward our video. Minimalist program says that it takes L. L mean language, mean every language. We are not here specifying any language. We are talking about general language, all over the language. We are not particularly speaking one language. Chomsky stated that we have a language L. What is language? Language is the procedural base. When we say language, we can say that language is the product of any procedure. If we observe any sentence in a community, we can say that it is the procedural based mechanism that has produced us a particular sentence of that particular language. It means that language has some procedure, the basic procedure, and Chomsky takes that L. And if we can say that it is a procedure, we can say that it has some output, and the output of the L is these are the symbols that Chomsky has used for the output. Chomsky says that every human being, every language generates, derivates two layers. One is the PF layer and one is the LF layer. And this is the symbol of PF layer, phonetic form, and this is the symbol of logical form. It means that every sentence that I am producing, that you are speaking, we have to generate two things. One is the PF and one is the LF. LF is the logical form that the speaker conceived, and the phonetic form that what I am speaking, the phonological form, that is the form, that is the sound. And these are the two thinks that every language has two things. These are the basic requirement within the minimalist program, that every language must have generate the two pairs of language. One is the PF pair and one is the LF pair. And now we will move toward, and our point is we have to generate these two pair. Every language must make the two pair of that particular language, and then we are moving toward that how we can generate these two pair. Let's move. Chomsky said that every human being have a storehouse, and that storehouse is called the lexicon. Lexicon is the mental dictionary. That is the storehouse of every speaker. When we want to make learn the students the language, we give the data of that particular language, of that community in which the speakers are living, and these input fill the mental lexicon of the speaker, and this is called a mental lexicon. And if we want to generate any sentence, speaker has the lexicon, a mental dictionary, and the dictionary has the number of words, number of items of that particular language. In simple word, we can say that in lexicon we have the parts of speech, and if we merge, if we combine the parts of speech systematically, we can make the sentence, and at the end point we have to generate the PF and the LF level. And the first thing is that every human being has lexicon, and if he has the lexicon and he has capacity to generate the sentences, and see, the human being have lexicon, the storehouse. The second is, when we want to speak, we take the word from that particular lexicon, and here this is the one operation that is called operation select. When we want to generate, when we want to make a sentence, and our human mind, our system takes the item from the lexicon by the operation select, and operation select selects the item from the lexicon and make the sub part of the lexicon, that is called the numeration. The second process is the step is the numeration. First operation is the operation select. First is the operation select. What's operation select do? Operation select does the takes the word from the lexicon. This is the procedure of the operation select, and operation select makes the numeration. And what is the numeration? Numeration is the sub part of lexicon. The question is that if we have a lexicon, why we want to generate the sub part of a lexicon? This is the question. It's a very interesting question. The lexicon is the storehouse. On that storehouse we have a number of words, a number of nouns, a number of categories like verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, and whatever we have the word form we have in the lexicon. And in the lexicon we have to make a small portion. That portion will be used in the sentence. And in the numeration we have to assign the index. Index means we have the sentence, the boy hit the boy. In this sentence we have the two types, the repetition of the word the. But when we make the numeration, we have the one word the, but we have to assign the index the to, because in the derivation the will be repeated in the two time, because in the numeration level we have to assign the index, and index tells us how many times in the derivation the particular word will be repeated. This is the reason that we have to make the numeration. And the second is the operation merge. Operation merge, when we have selected the items and then the item makes pair with the other word, and this is called the merge. When we say we merge with the DP, and then it will become the VP, and this process is called the merging process. This is the operation merge. And after that we have the move operation. The move operation is very important, because for the movement operation we have to check the case, and if we want to check the case we have to move some item from one place to another place. In this way we have to satisfy the case feature in this way. And the second point is the spell out, and this is the last point of spell out. And after that our derivation, our sentence will be going to these two levels, PF level and LF level, and these are the last point in our process, in our program. This is the LF point, the logical form, and this is the PF point, the phonological form, and these are the end points. These are the end point of our system, and it connects the system language to the other faculties. If we have the other faculties in the mind, as I have told you that we have the logic, mathematics, the psychology, education, learning. These are the other faculties of mind. And if we want to connect this faculty to the other faculty, we can say that these are the two terminal. On that terminal we can connect this faculty of language to the other faculty of language, and in this way we can make a sentence within the minimalist framework. And if you want to know more about language and linguistics, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for watching the more videos about minimalist program. Thank you very much.